So we are done with illustration 2 and now we are going to start with a sum of similar kind from the exercise about columnar purchase book. Yes, and let me just quickly find out if a sum of this kind is given in the exercise. Question number 4 we have solved, which is about simple purchase book. And yes, of course, question 5, the very next question to that in your exercise is about the preparation of columnar purchase book. From the following transactions of Sri Gada Electronics store, prepare columnar purchase book. So firstly, let me write down the name of the owner, purchase book of Gada Electronic store. Yes, sum number 5. Yes, date, name of the supplier, inward invoice number, LF. Yes. The line can be extended here. It's your choice, there is no problem. Yes, then amount, because Gada Electronics deals with TV, refrigerator and washing machine. TV, refrigerator, washing machine, the 3 items. The individual amount of these 3 items will be written in this columns and the total will be written in the last column. Yes, fine then. Okay. Starting with the first transaction, 2015, 1st of May, purchased 10 TV set at rupees 3,000 each set, 5 refrigerators. Firstly, let me check if the transaction is credit transaction and the transaction is credit transaction because it says the credit period 1 month, invoice number 100. 2015, May, goods have been purchased from Daya Electronics stores. Bill number 100. Nothing about LF and the amount for TV sets. 10 TV sets at rupees 30,000 each. So 30,000 into 10. Just add 1 0. It is 3 lakh rupees. So 3 lakh here. Then about refrigerator. 5 refrigerators at 15,000, that is 75,000. Then about washing machines, 2 washing machines at rupees 18,000. So 18,000 into 2 gives you 36,000. TV, refrigerator and washing machine, let us cross check the amount once. 10 TVs at 30,000. So it is 3 lakh. 10 into 30,000 is 3 lakh. Then refrigerators have been purchased. So 5 into 15,000 gives you 75,000. Yes. Lastly, about washing machines. 2 washing machines have been purchased, each of 18,000. So 2 into 18,000 is 36,000. Now talking about the total amount. Please use your calci for this. So firstly it is 3 lakh, then 75,000, then 36,000, and that is 4 lakh 11,000 rupees. 3 lakh plus 75,000 plus 36,000, 4,11,000 rupees. Next, the next transaction, and please make sure that you have your calci with you, otherwise it is next to impossible to solve this sums. I mean, it will be quickly solved. Yes, if you are good at oral calculations, then it's really a good thing. But for solving it immediately, you need calci. Yes, being a commerce student. On 7th of May, purchased from Shri Tarak Electronic Stores 5 pieces of TV at rupees 25,000 per piece and 10 refrigerator at 16,000 per piece at 10% trade discount. Received invoice number 151, half of the amount paid immediately. Half amount is paid immediately. That means this is a partial cash and partial credit transaction, which is to be completely treated as credit transaction. So firstly, the first decision is that this transaction will be recorded. On 7th of May, the name of the party, Tarak Electronic Stores, bill number 151. If you are having a difficulty in preparing the format this way in your book, you can turn your book in another manner, and you can, otherwise you can use 2 pages, the left hand side and right hand side. Half of the format you can prepare on left side of your book, and the remaining half you can prepare on right side. That's fair and good. Yes? Fine. On 7th of May, now let us talk about the amount. 5 pieces of TV. So first of all, 5 into 25,000, 1,25,000 rupees, and 10% trade discount on the same. So 1,25,000 is the amount of TV. How? 5 into 25,000. Now a trade discount on that, the 10% of 1,25,000 is nothing but 12,500. So minus 12,500 gives you 1,12,500. Yes, I repeat, 5 into 25,000 gives you 1,25,000 minus trade discount, the 10%, which is 12,500. So 12,500 to be deducted from 1,25,000. Sorry. And the amount is 1,12,500. Yes. So next, refrigerator is purchased. 10 refrigerators have been purchased, each of rupees 16,000. So 1,60,000 is the amount for refrigerators. Washing machine is not purchased. So to avoid confusion, we have put a dash over there. So 10 into 16,000 is 1,60,000 firstly, and 10% of 1,60,000 is 16,000. So minus 16,000 gives us 1,44,000. So now what is the total? 1,44,000 plus 1,12,500. 2,56,500. Yes, and the transaction is recorded complete. The next one, on 12th of May, purchased cycle of rupees 5,000 from Shri Ambe Cycle Store. The cycle has been purchased from Ambe Cycle Store. Firstly, cycle is not a goods, it is an asset. Credit purchase of assets is to be recorded in journal proper and not in the purchase book. In purchase book, you can only record the transactions related to the purchase of goods. Yes? this, cash transaction will be recorded in cash book. The notes are to be written after you prepare purchase book. Below this or on the next page as per your choice. But writing down a note is compulsory. Purchased 5 refrigerators. I'm reading for 20th of May. Purchased 5 refrigerators at rupees 20,000 per piece and 10 washing machine at rupees 15,000 per piece at 10% trade discount and 5% cash discount from Sri Atmaram Electronics Store and amount paid immediately. Understand? Whatever is purchased, for that amount is paid immediately. So once the amount is immediately paid, it is considered to be the cash transaction completely, and cash transaction cannot be recorded in purchase book. Only credit transaction of goods can be recorded in purchase book. Yes? So again we'll write down a note for this below a purchase book. On 20th of May, cash transaction will be recorded in cash book. 25th of May, placed an order to Srimati Babita for supplying 20 pieces TV at rupees 28,000 per piece and 6 pieces washing machines at rupees 21,000 per piece. See, only order has been placed, the transaction is not yet initiated. Just placing an order is a non-economic transaction. Non-financial transaction will not be recorded. Yes, this is the note that you will write. Yes, so again for transaction on 25th of May, you will write down a note the way I have instructed. Lastly, 31st of May, from Sri Gokuldham Electronics Store, purchased 5 pieces TV at rupees 30,000 per piece and 5 washing machine at rupees 23,000 per piece. Trade discount 10%, invoice number 123. 31st of May, of course this is a credit transaction. Sri Gokuldham Traders, bill number 123, amount. Firstly, we have purchased TV and washing machine, so let us put a dash over here. Talking about TV, 5 pieces at 30,000. So firstly, 5 into 30,000 gives you 1,50,000. 1,50,000 is the amount for purchase of TV sets, and 10% trade discount, of course, which is 15,000, gives you 1,35,000. As I said, the trade discount is to be applied individually, not on the total amount. Then talking about the washing machine, 5 washing machines each at rupees 23,000. So 1,15,000. Again 10% trade discount, which is 11,500 to be deducted. 1,35,000. Or you can say 1,03,500 is the amount for purchase of washing machines after deducting trade discount. So the total is 1,35,000 plus 1,03,500, 2,38,500. Yes, and that's all. The only step left is of total. So let me write down the total here. Firstly, for T 3 lakh plus 1,12,500 plus 1,35,000, 5,47,500 then for washing machine 75,000 plus 1,44,000 gives you 2,19,000. Then 36,000 plus 1,03,500, 1,39,500. Lastly, 4,11,000 plus 2,56,500 plus 2,38,500 gives you 9,06,000. And this completes your sum. Yes, we'll obviously cross check the amount. Lastly, the answers are given at the back side of your textbook. Yes. Yes, you can stretch these lines up to this side, and I'm not doing it for now. Yeah, so that's all, and yes, we'll just quickly check the answer for 100% satisfaction. Chapter 6 it is, sum number 5 that we are doing from exercise. Always be careful while totaling sums. Yes? Alright, they have given us individual totals. Total credit purchase. Sorry, I think the answer for question 5 is not presented properly. 1,39,500. I cannot see that amount anywhere. Maybe there is a printing error or something. Yes, 5,47,500 is correct. For fridge, where is fridge in this? Refrigerator, okay? Yeah, that's one and the same. 2,19,000, correct. Washing machine, 1,39,500, correct. Okay, the sum is completely correct. Yes. So here we finished the sum about preparation of columnar purchase book. The sum was quite interesting, I think, and was easy, of course. And the next thing that we are going to learn is the columnar purchase book, of course, again, but with the columns of expenses. Yeah. So yes, before that I would like to tell you something, that preparation of columnar purchase book with the columns of expenses has been changed since 2017 after the introduction of GST, that is goods and service tax. So it's a humble request to all of you who are using the old book. Yes, if you'll be using old book, you will be provided with the information of VAT and everything, and that has been removed. So I am not going to consider that topic for today here, unless and until you purchase your new book. Only then we can start. Of course, I will start from the next lecture. I am giving you sufficient time. You will purchase the new book, of course, so that subsidiary books are also updated with the GST changes, and hence will be able to solve it accordingly. Yes. So you will not read anything ahead, and the remaining explanation that I can give is about sales book. Yes, the columnar purchase book we expenses we are not going to learn right now. Yes, we are directly shifting towards the preparation of sales book. Yes? Okay. So just like we have purchase book, we are also having sales book, which is a subsidiary book. Yes, the second subsidiary book is a sales book. All the rules that we have learned for preparation of purchase book are applied even in sales book, but the only change is that here we have the name of supplier and there we have the name of customer. Here you are purchasing goods on credit, and while preparing sales book, you are selling goods on credit. That's the only difference. Yes? So instead of inward invoice, it is outward invoice. Because the bill goes out, you will be sending the bill. Here you are receiving the bill and later you will be sending the bill. So it is the outward invoice number. Invoice is bill. Yes, you cannot say ma'am outward outvoice number. No, you cannot do that. Ledger folio number as usual nothing. And the column of amount, only one column if it is simple purchase book, and of course the more number of columns for amount individually for every item if you are purchasing columnar sales book. Yes, so you see everything remains similar. Yeah, everything is completely similar except for supplier and customer. Of course, if you are purchasing, you will be writing the name of the party from whom you have purchased, and if you are selling, you will be writing the name of the party to whom you have sold. Yes, for the purpose of recording. But all the rules you have to keep in your mind, the one that we have learned at the time of preparation of purchase book. Yes, again, you will be recording only credit transactions in sales book. Yes, so I think we're done with the purchase book. So let me just change the topic here from purchase book to sales book. Yeah. Yes. Again, in sales book, you have simple sales book, columnar sales. Yes, again in columnar you are having the two types the way you had in purchase book, but right now we are dealing with simple sales book. Yes, what you are going to record? Credit sale of goods. Partial cash, partial credit will be treated as the credit transaction itself. Which is partial cash. Yes? Okay. The specimen is given in your textbook after the topic of sales book. I am not mentioning page number because there is a reason behind that. Because of the old syllabus and new syllabus. So the specimen of sales book is just similar to the specimen of purchase book, except for the minor changes. The first column is date. Of course, firstly you have to write down the heading. Sales book of Shri. the name of the owner. The first column is of date, then name of customer instead of name of supplier. Yes. Then instead of inward invoice, you'll be having outward invoice number. Then LF. Lastly, amount. This is the specimen that we've understood about simple sales book. Yes. And which is similar to the specimen of simple purchase book, except the outward invoice number and the name of customer. Yes. And rest of the rules remain same. So let us quickly start with illustration 4. I can explain it even orally, and the sum we will be doing in next lecture on the board. Yes. For now, please open illustration 4 in your textbook, and the solution is also given along with it. Illustration 4. Sri Jagdish Hardware Stores dealing with iron. From the following transactions, prepare its sales book. If you are supposed to prepare sales book, that means, if that party is dealing with only iron, yes, then definitely it is simple sales book. Yeah. So the specimen is simple. It is prepared in your book. 2015, 1st of June. Firstly, sales book of Sri Jagdish Hardware. If you can see the solution, I am not writing it on board because it is extremely simple. You just pay attention to the explanation that is given in your textbook. We can even orally solve that. Then you will be doing it in your books. So firstly, in the column of date, 2015 the year, the month, June, 1st of June. Sold goods of rupees, see, sold goods. Purchased goods, now sold goods, because it is sales book. Sold goods of rupees 13,000 to Manan on 3 months credit and sent bill number 1967. Okay. So in the column of date, 2015, June 1st. What is the name of the customer to whom you have sold goods? You have sold goods to Manan. So the name of the customer is Manan. Manan account. Please pay attention to the solution that is given. Manan account. The bill number 1967 is written. LF nothing. The amount of goods is 13,000. This is the credit transaction, and hence it has been recorded in sales book. Yes. Next, on 6th of June, sold goods of rupees 8,000 at 5% trade discount to Anand Stores. Labor of rupees 3,000. Bill number 1970. Of course, this is a credit transaction and this will be recorded in sales book on 6th of June. Firstly, the date. The name of the customer is Anand Stores. So, Anand Stores account. Bill number 1970 in the column of outward invoice number. Then talking about the amount. 8,000, goods of rupees 8,000 at 5% trade discount. So first of all, what is 10% of 8,000? It is 800. So 5% is half of 800. So 5% of 8,000 is 400, or simply 8 paisa 40. So 400 is the discount. So 8,000 minus 400, that gives you 7,600. So the net amount of goods to be recorded is 7,600. Yes. Then, yes, if we are talking about labor, then you will be having a note there on 6th of 6th of June, 300 paid on behalf of Anand Stores for labor will be recorded on the payment side of the cash book. Yes, so labor will not be recorded here because it is paid in cash. It will be recorded in cash book. Yes. The next one, on 10th of June, sold goods of rupees 5,000